making miracles happen for more than 20 years. That's the goal of an educator out of Plum Borough.
Rick Berrott has taught television production at Plum Borough Senior High for 30 years, and he spearheaded their annual telethon for Make-A-Wish. Thanks for being here with us, Rick.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Oh, great. We are awesome. So, Rick, I know that you obviously have a background in TV, but we all know Make-A-Wish as well and what an incredible organization they are. Where did the idea come from to bring the two together?
Actually, when I first got hired at Plum High School, I decided that I needed to do something different. We were doing video yearbooks, and this was in the mid-90s. And a neighboring school district was doing telethons, but they had the ability to go from classroom to classroom, building to building, and we were nowhere near that yet. So we decided, this is something we'd be interested in doing, and the whole district jumped on board. And from '99, we lost a year with COVID because we just finished our 24th year. We went forward, and that first year we raised close to $53,000, and we haven't looked back. And obviously the state of the production has increased. I mean, in the late 90s, we were filming on VHS. Just to explain to all the viewers, that's that big giant tape that you might see in your grandparents' house now.
Right.
You put it in and watch Elmo's World. We've progressed a little bit further in the years to come. So.
Yeah, well, that's tremendous, and that's a big dollar amount. What were some of the most memorable wishes that you were able to assist with?
We did one, and it was probably about 20 years ago. Make-A-Wish gave us the opportunity, actually two. One was we went to the McDonald's in Green Tree, and a small child, he was 3 or 4 years old. He brought his whole entire preschool class. He wanted to meet Ronald McDonald. So Make-A-Wish actually, unbeknownst to me, there are multiple Ronald McDonalds. And Make-A-Wish brought in the actual Ronald McDonald that we see in the commercials, and the kids' faces just lit up. And then he came over to my students and I as we were videotaping the wish, and he looked at me and he goes, "So what do you teach?" And I said, "Oh, TV productions." And he just looked at me and didn't miss a beat, and he's like, "Fake class." And then he went through all the students. I mean, he was a jokester, and he lit up the room, and it was outstanding.
Oh, what a day.
Yeah.
I can imagine you will never forget that one. Full body chills right there. Now, Rick, I know that the Make-A-Wish Telethon is obviously a district-wide effort. How did the other schools get involved?
A lot of the other schools, they create their own fundraisers, whether it's O Block Elementary, they do something on every single Friday, whether it's Backwards Day, or if it is, Black and Gold Day, they'll do things. Holiday Park Holiday Park Intermediate School, they do an annual jog-a-thon. The high school, we do a big kickoff dinner. And this year, the high school did something different. We, as the students, pay a $75 for the seniors for a parking space. We kind of asked for a $30 donation, and they were able to take their space and paint it. So there's a lot of interesting designs, whether it's the Minions or Cobra Kai, or whatever sport the students were involved in. So they took ownership of their space, and we sold 80 spaces. So we started off the year with $2,400 towards Make-A-Wish before even the first day of school, which was something a little bit different.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it truly does take a village to pull something off like this. And we just saw Rich Walsh in your video production class. We love that, our very own. Tell us what you guys are learning in the class.
Well, in our in our TV1 classes, we go over the basic concepts, shot sequencing, the 4 basic shots and 5 movements. Then we move on to, public service announcements, so on and so forth. The upper level classes, the television production 2 students, they do shows that we put on our daily announcements. And our TV3 students that run our Make-A-Wish telethon, they're in charge of our annual lift up videos that we've done in years past. And also they go out. We've made, the students have had the opportunity to go to like Kennywood's Fright Night or Splash Lagoon or Cabela's, and they've actually interviewed the managers there and have footage there, because just like in the industry, not everything occurs in the studio. So they go out, they have to learn how to set up that tripod, whether it's at Kennywood where the pavement's a little tilted, to try to get a straight shot. And, you know, that's all part of the learning experience.
That's awesome and invaluable. Yesterday, speaking of out of the studio, we were curling and our photographer had to set up on the ice. So yes, there's an example for you. And Rick, we know that you're born and raised in Plum. How cool is it to teach, you know, the future of TV in your own backyard?
No, it was weird at first. You know, I graduated, not to say my age, in 1987, and you know, I came back and it was weird because, you know, the teachers that taught me, I still, you know, have the ultimate respect. Like, you know, one of your segments earlier was, you know, it's Grandmother's Day, and, you know, what did you learn from your grandmother? And one of the things I learned was be yourself. And, you know, I was just myself, but I had such respect for my former teachers. Like, I would say, oh, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, and they would say, no, call me by my first name. And that was actually difficult to do at first. So, you know, now that I've been at Plum for 30 years, a lot of my former students are teachers now, and they still say Mr. Berrott, and I'm like, just
it's Rick.
Well, thank you so much, Rick. It sounds like you're a tremendous asset to your class. And you guys are learning a lot, and you're teaching them to take our jobs. And we love it. We do.
No, I apologize for that.
It's okay. Come on down, kiddos, anytime. Thanks for your time, Rick.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you very much.
This is awesome.
It is. If you're an educator and you'd like to be featured on Teach Me Tuesday, reach out to us through our email, talkpittsburgh@kdka.com for a chance to be featured on the show.